Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of Business Insider. Artificial intelligence, AI, and its role in the energy demand side management will be our main topic here tonight. We'll be discussing the energy supply chain, the challenges that are facing the energy supply chain. We'll be also talking about the demand side management in energy and how AI is related to the business of digital transformation and how AI can improve performance and minimize losses in the energy demand side management. So that will be our main topic here for tonight. And as usual, we begin our Business Insider episode with a look at the major economic stories making headlines. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi has asserted the importance of optimizing the state-owned assets in a way that complies with the modern international developments in the fields of industry, marketing and management, in integration with the private sector within a context that depends on highest degrees of governance, rational economic management with the objective of maximizing the national resources and positively contributing to achieving comprehensive development plans. The President's remarks were made during his meeting on Tuesday with Prime Minister Dr. Madbouli, Housing Minister Dr. Al-Ghazar, Minister of Public Enterprises Dr. Ismat, Presidential Advisor for Urban Planning Major General Amir Saeed Ahmed, and Presidential Advisor for Financial Affairs Major General Mohammed Amin. Presidential spokesman Ahmed Fahmy said the meeting aimed at following up the plans which are currently being implemented to upgrade the textile sector in Egypt so as to include the various production stages, starting from cultivating cotton till the development of mills at the weaving and textiles factories. The meeting also covered the coordination between the Ministries of Housing and Public Enterprises to best optimize the lands affiliated to some public enterprises companies across the nation to achieve public interests. And as of April of this year, the government will start implementing measures ordered by His Excellency the President with the aim of improving the income of civil servants, pensioners and beneficiaries of the Takaful and Karama social program. Chairing a cabinet meeting on Wednesday, Premier Dr. Madbouli said this new bunch of social measures reflects keenness of the political leadership on protecting citizens against the impact of global circumstances. And the cabinet held its weekly meeting on Wednesday at the new administrative capital headquarters, the NAC, under Premier Madbouli to discuss important economic, political and social files, as well as the latest developments regarding the impact of the Russian-Ukrainian crisis. The meeting also discussed a number of draft bills and ministerial decisions aimed at achieving economic and social stability. The cabinet also probed means to encourage investments, the Premier's recent visit to Qatar, and national projects implemented across the various governorates, including projects of Decent Life or Haya Karima presidential initiative. The meeting also followed up on His Excellency the President's directives to activate the files of industry, investment, agriculture, and exports, along with ways to provide commodities to citizens in addition to the files of health, sports, and tax. Time for a short break now, dear viewers, and when we come back, we will be introducing you to our distinguished guests here in the studio, and also we'll be watching together a report about our main topic for tonight, AI and its role in the demand-side management of energy. Welcome back, dear viewers, and thank you for staying with us. Here in the studio is Engineer Mohamed Selim. He's a renewable energy consultant, and he's also board member of the Arab Sustainable Energy Council. Engineer Selim, thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you with us.
Thank you very much for this invitation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Allow us, Engineer Selim, allow us, dear viewers, to watch together a report about our main topic for tonight, artificial intelligence in the energy demand side management.
Energy systems around the world are going through rapid transitions that affect many aspects of our lives. As governments and companies look to reduce energy consumption while enhancing the lives of citizens and employees, these shifts will not only continue but accelerate, affecting the way we heat our homes and power our cars, cities, and industries in the coming decades. From smart buildings with a focus on automation, data and energy efficiency to transformative lighting systems, strategic focus and business direction are now geared towards the global smart technology market. Energy management is one of the methods used by electricity companies to control the national grid load curve in accordance with the economic operation of power stations and electrical networks. Among these methods used by the electricity companies is load management, load shedding, and intelligent load shedding. The positive aspect of this method is that the subscribers would pay reduced bills in return. According to the Egyptian Electricity Utility and Consumer Protection Regulatory Agency, the load shedding contracts are temporary and are used by power companies to manage the energy, control the load curve of the electricity grid, and reduce reliance on less efficient production units such as gas turbine units. In terms of the types of load shedding contracts, they include different loads to non-peak hours, load shedding during peak hours, coordinating periodic maintenance to match peak hours, and deferring annual maintenance. These contracts include consensual contracts between the subscriber and the electricity company, fixed-term contracts for a fixed number of days per year or specified hours per day, as well as to reduce the subscriber's load to the minimum permitted limit by prior agreement.
Welcome back, and thank you, Rasha Abdul Hamid and Abir Hussein, for this report. Back here in the studio with Engineer Mohamed Selim, the renewable energy consultant and board member of the Arab Sustainable Energy Council. We are talking about artificial intelligence in the energy demand side management. First question I want to ask to you, Engineer Selim, is define for us, please, the demand side management.
Okay. Good evening for our participants, and I really, by the day of National Woman, Global Woman, I like to say happy day for all the women in our country. Yes.
Indeed, the 8th of March, and happy Women's Day.
Yes. Really, artificial intelligence is a wide range perspective, and it supports all the sectors of industries, and we select this perspective to handle the energy management system in demand side management. Because in supply side, as we mentioned before, that the supply side is regarding to the power plants, and if it is renewable or fossil fuel power plants. So it is looks like to be monitored and controlled by artificial intelligence. Maybe it is at a certain level, but can be improved also to make automation in high perspective. But demand side management that we are looking for to implement the artificial intelligence in a larger scale for that to minimize the losses in distributions and also in the buildings. There is some models are used now, like building management system, asset management, energy management also, facility management. All these platforms are working currently is working. but still artificial intelligence make the big data and collect all the such data and makes a decision making and sometimes they take the decision. No need to interfere too much. And as you know that in Egypt we start many projects and initiatives regarding to digitalization and collecting, and most of now facilities we can use the internet and even our mobiles. Now, regarding to the demand side management, that's the other side of the supply chain.
Right.
We receive the electricity from power plants, then step up through the transmission lines, then step down to the distribution. Why we step up the electricity? To move for a long distance. And it is, as you know, if it is the electricity generated from high dam, more than 1,000 kilometers, then how we can take this electricity to other areas. So we step up the voltage, okay, and transmit the electricity to the power pool. Once the electricity step down and distributed to the hotels, to the householdings, residential householdings, for industry, for whatever the case, this is the demand side. How we can manage the demand with the supply, this is the point. Because if we establish or build a high or installed capacity higher than what we have or what we need, that means we cost much without need.
Right.
So how we can manage this? This is the artificial intelligence can manage this issue.
Right. Before artificial intelligence, what was done then? Before the use of AI?
In the past, we used the analog signal and controls sometimes by our hands. Okay? Later on, the digital comes. So it is started to be digital and monitored in digital instead of dial gauge. Okay? After that, it is some systems like digital control system is raised in the matter and in the field. After that, there's big systems like models or for example, for facility management system, the facility management system collect the data from sensors, from the facility, from the pumps, from air conditioning, chillers, whatever, and collect this data in the control room. So the operator can see and monitor and sometimes press push buttons or move a certain knob to control the issue. After that, there is now the artificial intelligence, how it makes the decision. What's the optimize? How we can, do we should start a new pump, additional pump, or we can increase the velocity of this pump? So the decision can be made by the artificial intelligence. So this is save energy. As you know that once we operate the pump or operate the engine, whatever it is, at lower loads, that costs you much.
Right.
Why we operate 2 units if 1 unit can do the job? This is the case. So who can decide? Previously, we decide. Human can decide. Okay, please start this engine, stop this engine. But now it is made by decision making in automation system.
Right.
And we have...
Well, the humans are still deciding anyway.
Sure.
Because it's the humans who designed this template.
Design something different than the operation. Artificial intelligence doesn't need a lot of people as operator.
Right.
Because it will take in as per the program. And also the analysis. What's the best fit? Then the decision will be made. Okay? And in the same time, the human manager or what's the human, they have the real time monitoring on their hands, maybe in a laptop or mobiles, whatever, or in control room. For example, I want to tell you one issue. For example, the transformer for a factory, okay? Then each voltage for per phase, voltage, current, and frequency, temperature, winding temperature, oil temperature, everything is monitored and controlled by artificial intelligence. But now I can monitor it only. Controlling, I will interfere.
Right.
So
it's still the human who has the upper say. I mean, in the end, you can shut down this system or
now
or push a certain button, or
this is now. But artificial intelligence will take the action. What's the best fit? And this is what we mean regarding to the artificial intelligence we want to use. And
so it will take the action, not just tell us about the best option.
No.
It will take the action itself.
Yes. This is the point. There is a pre-defined program, and based on that, collecting the data and even predict the intelligent the AI can predict what will be done. If you want to interfere, then
that was going to be my next question. So what if I want to interfere? So okay, it already took the action, or it is about to take the action, but I want to interfere.
Why to interfere if it is optimum? This is the optimum decision, and this is well saving money and secure the power supply, and makes the optimum fit to the load.
Consider my question a hypothetical one.
Yes.
What if I as a human being want to interfere so as not to let the machine, no matter how great it is, to be in full control? I want to still be over the machine. I'm the one controlling the machine.
If you have the access to do that, you can do. But if you have the access, because this is if you interfere, then why you install artificial intelligence system? If we made this as a smart home or a smart system, then why you interfere? If you want to interfere, then means that you make trouble.
You could say on this forever. Again, what if I still want to interfere as a human being?
Interfere. You can interfere and to stop. Yes.
That's it. Okay. That was. We don't want to let a machine, go on for forever, without the possibility of us humans.
Emergency stop. You can make emergency stop. No more.
Good. You're still under the man's control.
Okay, but you will be responsible.
I mean, I'm talking to the machine.
But you will be the responsible
for the action that
who stop and why.
Right.
Then this should be in front of you.
Understood.
Take care of that.
Understood.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Yeah.
So we want to go back to the very first part of the cycle, the supply chain cycle. What are the challenges facing the energy supply chain cycle today?
Really, it is the electricity, especially the electricity, as we mentioned before in different also TV
episodes,
programs.
Right.
Okay, that 1 kilowatt hour saved in demand side management, that means you saving 3 kilowatt hours from the fuel enter to the power plants, because the efficiency of power plants and the losses due through the transmission line and distribution.
2/3?
2/3, three times.
Yeah.
3 times. I have really here some percentage real. It's from the report, from EHC report, okay, and mentioned that the some companies, I wouldn't like to mention the company, is that the losses reached 31%. Third of the energy received dissipated, losses. Then how can I see this percentage and I didn't implement artificial intelligence to know and to control this issue and let the artificial intelligence control this. If as a man cannot stop these losses, then we can make this in artificial
To an
intelligence.
efficiency of which percentage, of what percentage? I mean, if sometimes we can lose 31%, as you said, Engineer Selim, so applying AI can make us like minimize losses to what?
You can minimize the losses too much.
To zero?
Losses can be, we cannot say zero, but it is the least. We can say it is, the losses can be only the technical losses. Technical losses, it's permits till 10% or 11%.
Okay.
Okay, but not more. The more we can control by AI, artificial intelligence. This is by controlling the communities. Okay, and we can measure where is the bleeding of this loss. We can figure out where is it, then we can also control it. Okay, on time, in real time. It is not okay. After have done, we can come. No, you can come and monitor on time, so you can interfere and correct the issue.
Right.
One more issue.
Yes.
We cannot imagine that still meter reading, a boy or a gentleman of meter reading can come to the home and knock the door to take the readings and return back to the company and give these readings, okay, and calculate this.
This still happens.
How come? If we continue by this way, then the losses will be improved, will be increased. How come?
Right.
We should use the artificial intelligence in that way to make.
Understood, Engineer Selim, but a point that always comes to mind is, it seems that whenever AI is involved, it means losses of jobs. Jobs will be lost.
Jobs. If jobs lost, we aren't going to make job loss, but we improve our system, and we can make a job rotation for these people who leave this job, okay, and make job rotation for them, or career shift for them. But the system, we shouldn't stop and upgrade the system. Really, we have.
I thought you were going to tell me if we had looked at the losses of jobs, we never would have had any revolutions, any digital or any technological revolutions, or even industrial revolutions, if we had only thought this way.
Then we return back to the guy who has the glasses and with the copy of a pencil.
He must have been a beautiful guy.
Cannot be done by this way.
Really? It must have been a beautiful age, though, a beautiful era to live in.
Have you been in Dubai or Abu Dhabi?
No, I personally haven't.
How come? You can visit and see. It's everything is there, is digitalized, and it is not only digitalized but artificial intelligence.
Well, sometimes man feels that this is artificial, that this is superficial, that this is not how it was meant to be. I mean, it's too much. I mean, some of us think this way. Some of us human beings, I mean. Yeah. We want to go back to a little bit more traditional ways.
Okay, traditional ways for a certain level, but not in technology.
Right,
technology should be applied and secured, okay, to save energy. Why we build power plants?
Applied and secured, but still be under the control of the human being.
Sure. The man is the
we don't
man
want to lose
responsible.
control.
No, and we cannot lose the control. Never. Okay. Even we should make more control regarding to the cyber. Also should be also considered. Okay. Cyber security.
Right.
Okay. But the most important issue, why I lose money and raise the rate of electricity, for example. But if I save such amount of energy, then I can control also the rate of price, or the price of kilowatt hours. So we wouldn't like to say, okay, this is losses, and the human or the householding or the customer, whoever is, to pay for these losses. Why?
Right.
We should do our job for losses, and we said, okay, now the kilowatt hours cost such amount, okay? And you can see how the fuel is raised, and I really, my heart was with the people or my colleagues in electricity field, that how they can now manage the case regarding also the raise of cost. Really, this is a great challenge for EHC and Minister of Electricity and even NAREA. All the people who are working in the system should consider what they are going to do for these high prices.
Right.
So technology, and one more point regarding to the artificial intelligence initiatives. Make the auditing. We wouldn't say that we implement artificial intelligence in this system. We should make auditing first and know where is the area of improvement and how we can improve it. For example, for air conditioning or HVAC, okay? We can use district cooling instead of thousands of air conditioning. How come? And also,
this will save money, right?
Too much. Even now it's implemented that there is
except for, of course, for the companies who are
for the companies of discos, but it will save for country, for economy of country.
Energy.
Yes, for economic of the country. There is also energy meter. Energy meter, not kilowatt hours, but BTU, bridge thermal unit. There is one BTU meter, okay, and sensing how much of cooling load comes to this flat or this apartment or this villa, okay, and pay for BTUs. This is one unit, one new unit with the district cooling. Also, district cooling can use also, instead of chillers with electric motors, you can use with absorption system with natural gas or even CSP, renewable energy.
You're thinking green now. You're thinking
sure,
protecting the environment.
We have to. All the world are going now, or is going now for green, because everyone should do his best to make this green energy on all of the land. Otherwise, we lose a lot.
Right.
Really.
So, Engineer Selim, how can AI improve exactly? How can you've given us glimpses, but if you can in detail, how it can exactly improve the performance and minimize losses?
Sure. Improve performance, that means you should work as optimum as in the best or least cost scenario, okay? Otherwise, you shouldn't pay. For example, we build, or the percentage of our renewable energy should be 42 by 2035, okay? Then we are going to install wind energy PV system, okay, but we should start one step ahead. Energy efficiency in the demand side. I've been in 2014 in Germany, and there is a baseline 2008 for energy consumption all over Germany. And they make growth rate of energy in negative. That means they work on the energy efficiency more than supply system.
Wow.
You see? Really, I said wow at that time. But now we have done in Egypt. Also, we have a chart we can say it in simply. Okay, it is regarding to the domestics.
Yeah.
Okay, and residential and industry.
Yes.
By 2014, we have the highest residential consumption. Okay, but later on it is lower.
Right.
So it is lower than the 2014.
Yes.
It is against the growth rate that we designed before. Every year the growth rate should be 7%, 6%. But
So
now it's negative.
This is a huge success in this area.
Sure, due to LED technology. Okay? And also, you know how much of LED technology? We installed LED lamps
Right.
in the office of chairman of HEC and the Minister of Electricity by 2013. Once we said at that time that the payback period of LED lamps, it will be less than 1 year. Everyone said, no, cannot be done. But we have, it is in 1 year, and also we have a guarantee 5 years. It is 2013 and it's operating, it's running now, it's well done. So LED technology, we should also, and it was with the president initiative, he said, okay,
Yes.
distribute LED.
Yes.
So this is one issue, only one parameter, one factor.
But it made a big difference.
Yes,
Yeah.
and now you can see also the street lighting.
Right.
Street lighting is which is lighting in the daytime. Due to also, but with artificial intelligence, no way cannot running in the daytime.
Right. And I understand that not only was there success in the residential sector, but also in the industrial and commercial and public services as well. Maybe not as much as the success in the residential sector, but there was also success there. I mean, the rise didn't come as we feared.
Yes, but really regarding to the industry, there is some voices said that the industry, some factories are closed and something like that. Okay, but I'm sure it is also regarding to the energy efficiency. However, we have a great opportunity to use the energy efficiency in industry, in commercial, in residential, in big communities by applying or
AI.
implementing AI. Yes.
Finally, Engineer Selim, because we only have 3 minutes left, I just want to tell you I'm really enjoying the conversation. What are the recommendations, some of the main recommendations that you give as an expert in the use of AI in the demand side management of energy?
Really, let me clarify the recommendations in a clear way.
Yes.
The liberalization of the market, of electricity markets, should be as soon as possible, okay, to make the prices of kilowatt hours in reasonable area, okay, because now it will be increased more and increased more, no end. It's endless. But by competition of companies, this will be controlled. Okay? It is also this liberalization of electricity market. There is a law, number 87, issued in 2015. So this we need to implement. We need to activate. In this law, there is article number 64 mentioned the energy efficiency or energy manager should be assigned or hired in every factory that has reached more than 500 kilowatt or till reached to 10 mega. Okay, so this energy manager will make the study and recording all the energy records and can propose which area can be done. Or you can also use, or the factories can also invite now any companies to do this job. Okay?
Yes.
One more issue regarding to the audit retrofit projects for buildings, for air conditioning. This can be also done, but until now there is no a community to do that. Even the customer who needs to do that, he didn't know to whom he asked. So this should be clarified, at least in distribution companies, or create a distribution company or a energy efficiency company. I want to tell you one more very important factor. The total losses of distribution is around 36 gigawatt hour. Okay, 36 terawatt hour annually. That means higher than two distribution companies. That means it is the losses is higher than the discos itself. We have nine discos, okay? North Cairo, South Cairo, the losses higher than the energy of two companies. How come? This should work on that hardly, okay? And I know our colleagues work on that, but needs to implement that. Governmental buildings needs, and also the Prime Minister mentioned that many times, that we needs energy efficiency in governmental buildings, okay? Malls, commercial buildings, hotels, compounds, villas, airports, hospitals, factories, all these issues, all these areas can implement artificial intelligence to improve the performance.
Indeed.
One last sentence I want to tell you.
Yes,
why do we pay more if we can pay less? Go for a good perspective with artificial intelligence in demand side management.
Definitely a very, very important topic we discussed here tonight, dear viewers, with our distinguished guest, Engineer Mohamed Selim, the renewable energy consultant and the board member of the Arab Sustainable Energy Council. Great pleasure. It was nice listening to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Appreciate
you, Engineer Selim, and thank you, dear viewers, for watching us. Next week, same time, inshallah, is a new episode. Until then, this is Mohammed Abdurrahim, and this is goodbye.